Hey everyone, it's Lisa with Mimi's DIY Journey. Thanks for joining me today. If you hear a little noise in the background, I have my fan on back here. It's a little warm, but I don't want the air conditioning on. So, um, today I am going to be working with this new little digital kit by Pam over at Silver and Sparkles. It is called Tattered Thoughts, and it is like pre-made clusters. So it's really cool. And I love the neutral colors because that is just me. So we have like, these are like almost tags, like, um, and then a little smaller ones. And just, I love the imaging, the butterflies, the birds, just so beautiful. Dragonflies, bumblebees, all my favorites. And then we have some sentiments, um, like collect beautiful moments, begin each day with a grateful heart. Every day is a second chance. There's some scripture, let all that you do be done in love. So I love those. Those are beautiful. So I'm going to be working with that, and not exactly sure how this video is going to go because I kind of have some things like in my mind, but not exactly sure how it's going to turn out. So we'll find out together. I got some old hymn pages that I thought maybe we could use. I have some brown cardstock. I have a couple envelopes here that I thought we could make a little ephemera holder. And then I have these little wooden tags that I've had forever. I believe I purchased these off of Amazon. If I can find the link to them, I will leave it in the description box below, but I have had these for a couple years now. But I thought these would be so cute with some of those clusters on them. And so we'll probably start with these first, working with them. I did get out my antique wax and my finger sander because we may need it. And I've found a little pack of cards at Walmart in the clearance aisle for 50 cents. So I picked them up. So I thought, well, maybe we can cover that. And I got some library cards. And then I also have this paper pack here. It's Classic Neutrals. I haven't opened it yet and really looked through it. I got this on sale for $5.99 at Michael's. So I couldn't pass it up. I thought that was pretty good deal. It is single-sided paper. That is pretty. So I thought, well, maybe we could use, ooh, shiny. I thought maybe we could use some of this with those clusters since they're neutral. Some little cut apart cards here. It's like woven basket. Ooh. That's kind of like a woven basket. Oh, that's shiny too. That's pretty. I want shiny. Oh, I like that. And it's got little flowers on it. I'm going to go ahead and tear one of those out. We might use that maybe on the envelope. Or we could possibly use the cardstock to make like maybe a little folio or something. I don't know. Depends on how much time we have. I don't want to try and keep y'all here for 2 hours. That's pretty. I like that one too. I like that one. Flip through here. There is 2 of each print. Ooh, I really like that. Oh, I'll have to find something to do with that. Okay. Yep, some pretty papers in there. So, but I am definitely probably going to be using this. Maybe we can cover the envelopes with that. And then use the clusters. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes it just takes me to start crafting to figure out what I'm doing. So this antique wax is from Walmart. It's the Hello Hobby. And mine is watered down a little bit. Because, well, that's just the way I like it. And I have some paper towels here. And actually, before I do this, because I do not want to ruin my mat any more than I already have, I'm going to put this little thing down. I'm sure I bought this from Scrapbooking with Me. And I don't use it. So when I got the antique wax out, I thought, well, that'll be perfect to cover my cutting mat. Because I'm dangerous when I paint. So I'm going to go ahead and paint these. See, I already splattered some. And I am going to paint both sides, even though one side you're not really going to see, but I'll paint them. So I am just going to paint that on. And then take the paper towel and wipe it back. Because I've noticed, like, most of the time when I am crafting because, you know, I have a project going on. Like working on a journal. But I don't ever craft. I mean, I do sometimes, but not normally for videos, where I just make stuff to put in my ready to go box. So I thought these would be perfect to do that. Wipe my little fingerprints off there. Okay, set that one aside. We'll hit it with the heat gun here in a second. Thought, well, we'll start with 2 of these and but these would also, I guess, let's see how they turn out. We could poke a hole in it and then hang it like a little dangle. Or something. I think there's 6 of those little square busters. There are. Let's go ahead and do one more. Let's get that up. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, these are just like little laser cut tags. And actually, I have had that antique wax forever. I should have changed my shirt because now I have antique wax on my shirt. And it's my one that I got from Cooter's Garage down in Tennessee. It's okay. It's gonna have to be okay. Because there is no changing it now. Alright. So. Or at least put on my apron. I could put on my apron. Alright, so I am just going to hit this with the heat gun on both sides. Okay, that should be good. Look at the design in that one. On both sides of it. That is so cool. That one has pretty cool design in it. I'll leave that for the back side. I really like that one. I'll leave that to the back. Okay, let me get this in some water. Close this up before I spill it on myself. Save these. Okay. I really love that butterfly. A butterfly. This little birdie, it looks like a junco. And that flower. And I did print these out on cardstock, so it is kind of some thick paper. Although my dad loved cardinals. That was his favorite bird. So I hope everybody is having a good weekend. I am just so glad that it is warm. So I want to make sure that I get that butterfly. I think that's going to be perfect. Just like that. Where's my pencil? There might be an easier way to do this than, you know, Lisa's going to do it the hard way, of course. Now I'm thinking that maybe either use the Beacon's Fabri-Tac glue or if it might be better to use the matte medium here. I'm thinking probably this might be better. We'll do one and see how it turns out. See if I can tear this. Yep. Okay. Let me tear it at the bottom. Almost, not quite. Ah, come on. There we go. That's better. what if we take it down? Well, maybe the bigger ones would be better to use. So that way we can get the whole card covered. Let's see what a better, or one of these bumblebees do. Just a little bit, probably don't need to. Yeah, that way we get the whole thing. So I can scoot it over just a little bit. So I think that should be fine. Actually, scoot it down just a tad. Scoot it this way just a little bit. And then I'm going to draw a line here and there. Okay, that is going to give me somewhat of a guide. Okay. And then that way I get to keep some of this tattered edge or faux stitching over here. I want to leave just a little bit of a border here because I am going to go around with my finger sander here. Where's my little brayer at? I don't know. I don't know where my brayer is. Told you I did not put it back. There we go. We're going to push that down. Make sure that sticks. Okay, so let's let that dry for a minute. All right, so you're going to keep those. Got a bumblebee. Let's get this dragonfly right here. And then we will, yep, we're going to get this pretty little flower right here. And also, with these being neutral colors, they will pretty much go with really any color paper you want to use. I think green would be really pretty. Well, I did kind of pick green. But yeah, just about any color you can add your own little stuff to them as well, which this is my little scrap basket. So I thought maybe we might use some little scraps. Let's check out this dragonfly. Okay, he is a little big. If we go that way, let's see. Yeah, we're going to cut off part of his little wing. That's a little sad. Okay, I don't want to hurt him that way. I do not want to lose part of his little wing. So we will use him for something else. We'll pick this little flower here. Let's see. Okay. And you want to get just a little bit more of this number over here. Okay, I think that will be perfect. I'm going to draw my lines. That gives me a little bit of a guide to go by. Okay. Now I'm trying to get like a thick coat, but not a thick coat, if that makes sense. And you can also use Mod Podge for this if you have Mod Podge in your stash. You could probably take some watered down PVA glue. I've never used PVA glue, so I don't know like the strength of it. I probably would not recommend school glue. Well, no, because school glue is just watered down PVA glue, so you probably could use school glue on this. I bet you could. Okay, so we'll set that one aside. I bought a big gallon jug of school glue, but that was to make texture paste with. And I thought, well, I'll try it for paper crafts. No. I do not recommend school glue. I will stick with my Fabri-Tac glue, my Mod Podge, and my art glitter glue. And I myself, oh shoot, I didn't measure this. I like the art glitter glue better than the Barely Arts glue. Let's draw one there and best we can here. So I've used all my Barely Arts glue, and I will just refill the bottle because I like the bottle, which is this. So I like this little bottle, so I'll just fill it up with my art clear glue, which I'm out of that too. And I have some ordered, and it should be delivering today. Okay, so let's. I know I got a little play on the edges, which is good. That's what I want. So that I can go through and use my little sander and get a nice crisp little edge. Okay. All right, so we are done with this for the moment. I'm going to stick that in some water. Okay. Let's trim. think I'm going to hit these with my heat gun and see if that might help. I mean, I'm sure it will. I think that'd be good. Okay. So then you start, if you do anything like this, like decoupage on wood, when you sand the edges, you're going to go front, an up and down motion, but when you go down, you're going to lift up and then go down again, because you don't want to come back up because you're going to pull that paper up. But this just sands off the edges of the paper. And it just gives a nice crisp edge right there. Haven't done anything like this in a while. Kind of feels good. Yep, I like that. That is super cute. Now, normally I would go over the top of this with like my Mod Podge or even that matte medium gel stuff. But I'm afraid I might smear the image, and so I'm not gonna do that. Let's see. I'm doing the back side, so I'm not hitting that. It's got some scraggly lines. There we go. I do love working with wood. And like finding old pieces of furniture and restoring them. Okay. Don't have any pieces. Oh, okay. All right. Get our dust off of here. So I'm going to go ahead and take my ink, and this is Scorched Timber, and I'm just going to go ahead and go around these edges here. Yeah. Get that edge of the wood too. Oh yeah. Cool. I love it. Not sure what I really want to do with these, but I'll find something to do with them. But they're super cute, right? I mean, we could even make like a little keychain out of them. How about we do that? I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? It don't turn out right. Oops. Okay. Alright, you get that, and yeah. My daughter works at Honda, and she gives me her 10s every year that she gets. So yeah, like I have these little keychains. I also have I don't think they're in this one. These. Ooh, that I could put on the keychain. I have no idea what that is. It's kind of like a keychain. I don't want to try and use that though. Alright, so there we go. We will try to make one into a keychain. Alright. Let's see. I think this one here definitely needs a sentiment. Not all who wander are lost. I want one that's going to be a little small. I mean, we can cut it apart though if we need to. Okay, I am going to try this one. Says make memories that last a lifetime. So yep. And then let's see if this works. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try. And it did. At least on that corner. And that one. And that one. There we go. We're going to okay. That'll work. I am going to use my Beacon's Fabri-Tac glue because at the moment that is all I have. And that is okay. I mean, this would still make a cute little tag to slide down into a journal. Or you can use it to decorate the front of the journal. Okay. Oh, that'll be fine. We'll use this one. Okay. Hole poker. And if I can get this to switch. There we go. I'm just using the small one. Okay. It's kind of trying to get close to there, so I didn't fight to get this key ring on here. Okay. Now this. Oops. I probably should have poked that hole just a little bit bigger, so. Yeah. So I'm actually going to take that back off, if I can. And we're going to go with the bigger hole, maybe. Come on. Move. There we go. Right. Let's see. Okay. I was afraid I was going to go all wonky and punch the whole corner out, but I did not. Now, let's hope I don't break this. There we go. And I'm just going to fix that a little bit. Get. That's just where I put it on the keychain. So, there we go. I mean, they're super cute. So, I was thinking on this one, this should be like super quick here. I am going to put some glue, maybe. Oops. On the inside there, on that flap. And that's just 2 envelopes. I'm sorry, I should have pulled them apart. But I tucked that one flap up in here. And then this flap here, I'm going to glue. I do like working with envelopes. There we go. So, now let's start with the paper first. I think that'd be fine. Easiest way to do this. Okay, so here and here. And then we need 2 of those. actually, I think I'm going to get 2 out of this strip here. Sure am. Oops. There we go. Come here, come here. Oh, let's just make sure. Okay, and actually, let's ink these envelopes with a little bright white. There. Oh, oh goodness, Lisa. And we don't have to decorate the inside right now, but we'll do the outside. So I think that'll maybe at least spark some inspiration. And just trying to leave a little border there. Right? We'll do the back side. Hey, this could be a fancy card. Let's move that up a little bit. There we go. Yep. Little fancy card there. Okay. So. Oh, hang on. Really like that flower there too. Oh wait, dragonfly. We've got a little dragonfly cut out already. Okay. So tear that nice and slow. Okay. Alright, so let's get us some music paper. Count your blessings. I don't know how big I want this music paper yet, so I'm just tearing off the edges. Okay. we go. Ink these edges. Ink these edges. All right. And I have some brown thread here. May not need that much, but I'm going to tear that off. May not even use it. All right. So ooh, wait. Let's take this towards the bottom, like so. Bring this towards the top. Our thread down here on the bottom. And then where's it at? Let all that you do be done in love. That is 1 Corinthians 16:14. Okay. And we're going to get the fancy scissors. Not really fancy, but I don't want those. I think I want these. There we go. A little bit. It's all right. We're going to ink. Okay, push our little scraps out of the way. And then our sentiment can go right there. I like it. Okay. Just gonna lay that down. So I wanted this towards the bottom. Okay. Now I want this right like that. Okay. Yeah. So there's back in the scrap bin. Okay, and then this is glue up like that. Okay. And then red. And then I'm going to make sure I get plenty of glue in the center of this. And that will help to hold the thread on. That is super cute. And then we can even sew some pages in here, make it a little journal if we want. How super cute is that? Okay, guys. Thank you again for joining me. I really do appreciate you being here. This kit is called Tattered Thoughts, and it was designed by Pam over at Silver and Sparkles. So I will leave a link to her channel in the description box below. I do believe she has this up on her Etsy. I will get that link and leave it if you are interested in that as well. But yes, go over and check out her channel. She has all kinds of great tutorials and wonderful ideas on what to do around paper crafting. So definitely go check her out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. That is the best way to support me. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and select all so you don't miss any future content from me. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.